this is bad videotaping because I should have taped this before I got this far on it so you could have seen what it looked like before, but I didn't. I think I have an old picture of it I can dig up and throw into the video so you can see what it looked like when I got it. But this has been my project yesterday and working on it again today. It's an old desk that I picked up years ago. Let's see, that's 4 years ago. No, 3 years ago. And I've been redoing it because I thought it was really cute. I like old furniture. There is a story to this desk. So I picked this desk up when my son was he was walking around, I don't know, he was 2 probably. So he's 4 now, so it's been a couple years ago I got it. It's not as bad as I thought. But anyway, I was working on it and I was using a paint stripper and it had a spray bottle. And just a dumb mom moment, I set the spray bottle down to work on it and he came up behind me and grabbed the spray bottle with it facing towards him and squeezed the trigger and it sprayed him right in the eyes. And it turned into a very traumatic experience. I had to take him to the emergency room and hold him down while they cleaned out his eyes for 12 minutes, washed out his eyes, and he didn't understand. He was so little, you could explain to him, what was going on. He was such a sweet little guy about it, but I felt like it was horrifying. As a mom, I couldn't believe I let it happen, for one thing, and then, needless to say, the project went in the attic, and it has not been out until now. I'm just now ready to work on it. But he's fine, and he can see, and he likes it. So I'm glad to have finally got back onto the project. I can't wait to have it done. It's almost done. I gotta do a good clean on it now, and I've been doing like a distressed look on the edges. I'm gonna finish that up a little bit, clean it really good, and then it needs some polyurethane. And it's gonna be done. I'm excited. It's gonna be my workstation. It's Saturday morning. I'm experimenting with a cinnamon roll recipe for the kids and Tristan. And I'm gonna experiment with a paleo plus dairy recipe for me. The girls are cleaning their room with the promise of cinnamon rolls when they actually complete it, and it is a project. It's really bad. And Mason's out with Tristan we have a friend who's a vet, and they are checking out some animals this morning. Mason's really interested in that, so I told him when he gets back, he'll have cinnamon rolls, so I better not let him down. I have a recipe for pizza dough that I use. It's like a quick rise recipe for that, and so I'm kind of taking the basics of this recipe and mixing them a little bit with what I do with my pizza dough recipe. So this is really an experiment. So basically at this point I'm putting a tablespoon of yeast in with 1/3 of a cup of hot water, warm to hot water. And I'm gonna mix this in just a little bit, and then I'm gonna just let it sit for about 5 minutes and it'll get all frothy and bubbly. And while this is doing that, I'm gonna mix up the rest of the dough ingredients, and then when this is sat for a little bit, then I'll add it into the dough. Okay, I put 2 cups of flour in here, 1/2 of a cup of sugar, a pinch of salt. I'm melting 1/2 a cup, so 1 stick of butter. That's gonna go in here. Then I'm also going to put in 1/3 of a cup of milk and pour in the yeast. We're gonna mix it up and see what it looks like. So our dough is a little bit wet, so I'm gonna add another 1/2 a cup of flour and beat that and see if it's actually workable, because then we'll need some more flour in, but I gotta get it to where I can handle it first. Yeah, it's coming together a little bit better. Turn it into a dough, so I might be able to. So it turns out 2.5 cups of flour was just right. And now I'm just gonna knead the dough for a little bit in a little bit more flour, just to make it a little less sticky. Then I'm gonna put it in a bowl. I'm gonna sit it over there on the stove that's warmed up for 20 minutes. and just let it start to rise. After 20 minutes, hopefully it has risen some. Then I'm gonna pull it back out and I'm gonna roll it out into a flat triangle on the counter, and I'm gonna brush it with butter and sprinkle it with a bunch of cinnamon and sugar. Roll it back up into a log and cut the cinnamon rolls. Then the cinnamon rolls are gonna be placed in a pan and let rise for another 15 minutes before I bake them. We'll see if they rise enough. It's an experiment, and it's fun. If you can't do experiments on Saturday morning, when can you? Also, interesting side note, I've been made fun of for wearing this shirt before, but you know what? This is how much I care. This shirt comes from my hometown, and I wear it proudly. If you can't wear tie-dyed hometown shirts on Saturday, when can you? All right, so this dough is just fine. It's not sticky at all. So we put it in a bowl and put it on the stove. There it is. Looks like I have a lot of laundry to do. While I'm waiting for those, figured I'd show you it's finally finished. I have a chair from the old ranch property where my great-grandparents farmed that I'm gonna bring over from Idaho to use with the desk, but it's all finished and I've been using it and I absolutely love it. It's just fun. I decided on making some paleo pancakes. And I can't really do pancakes without bacon, so naturally we're gonna have pancakes with bacon. Well, I am. I'm having pancakes with bacon. These other people can have cinnamon rolls. Okay, it rose a little bit. It didn't rise a ton, so we'll see how it works here, but I'm gonna roll it out and cinnamon sugar it up. I'm just gonna roll it out till it's about 10 inches by 12 inches here, ish. I'm going for ish. I do everything in an ish fashion in the kitchen. Taking about a quarter of a cup of soft butter. I'm going to use my hands and spread it all on here. I have some cinnamon and sugar mixed up in this little shaker that the kids use on their toast in the morning. But it's not as cinnamon heavy as I'd like, so I'm going to sprinkle this on here and then I'm going to add some cinnamon to it. How's it coming? Well, how's it going, Bridget?
It's okay, but
as long as you bring it back.
Well, that looks really good.
Hopefully. Let's see how it turns out. It's a different kind of recipe. It's like a quick recipe because usually cinnamon rolls have to rise for like hours. But we're gonna try it anyway.
Hello.
Bridger view. Okay. We got a roll. Now we're gonna cut it. One little roll. I'm going to make a glaze for them, but they're gonna sit for 15 minutes before I put them in. Yum! Paleo banana pancakes. It just needs a side of bacon and some maple syrup. Yes, I will eat all this bacon. Breakfast is served. Oh, I'm excited about that. Well, here's what the cinnamon rolls look like. They rose a little bit, but not a ton. And throw them in the oven, and regardless, they're gonna taste good. Oh yeah! Those did rise in the oven, and they look good. I'm gonna make a glaze. Oh, they look amazing. So excited. Okay, making a little bit of a glaze with some powdered sugar, vanilla, and cream. Put this on top. Because cinnamon rolls have to have a glaze on them.
It's really good. It's thicker than you get it when you get it from the store. You get more glaze. You can have a bunch of glaze on it.
Oh, there's a lot.
That's a lot of glaze, just saying.
Well, yeah, because you can never have too much glaze in your life. Right?
Right. You know that's a ton.
It looks like it, but once it sinks around the edges and stuff, it'll be good. Yay!
Is it good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It'll be great! What do you think?
I think it's gonna be delicious. And she made the glaze too.
Breakfast. It's a little bit sick out here. It's so nice to be out on a ruck in the daylight. This is great. I like it. The birds are even starting to sing a little bit. It's like there's hope for spring. It might actually come this year after all. It would be so cool. There's still a lot of snow. Pretty though. It's fun to be able to come out and just smell the fresh outdoor smells, hear the sounds of the woods, birds. It's the pretty stuff.
$24, please.
20 what?
4.
What? What's your Marvin Garden so special?
6.
Here you go.
10.
Ooh, $75.
Luxury. Thanks for that money.
Helps, doesn't it? Oh, you're over here.
Bye, boop.